You're on.
All right. Good afternoon. My name is Denise. Thank you all for coming today. I appreciate it. We're going to talk today about gift wrapping. I'm going to show you guys 3 ways that you can wrap a gift. Have you ever been in a situation where you needed a quick gift, but you didn't know what you could do to wrap it quickly?
Yes.
Of course. All right. Well, today I'm going to show you how to use a gift bag. A gift bag is something you can do in a very fast manner when you're in a pinch. You can use something like shred to fill it, or you can use something like just this general wrapping paper, tissue paper. You can buy this at your Walmart, Walgreens, or even over at your Michael's store or Hobby Lobby. The most important thing is to make sure that your bag will cover your gift. We're going to use this box as the gift. And you just want to make sure that you have plenty of room inside the bag so that you can put your tissue paper over the top, because we're going to fill it in and fluff it. Tissue paper is very easy to use. All you have to do is open it up completely, take the 2 ends, match them up, grab the center, fold it up into a ball, squeeze, and place it inside the bag. You're going to continue to do that. It's best to use matching paper so it'll match your bag. You'll see it'll take about 5 seconds to do this. You just want to do it enough to fill it in. I usually use 3 or 4 sheets. And now, voila, you have a gift bag. If you want, you can add a little bow. Takes just a second to have a bow on, and you're done. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is how to wrap a gift that looks like this. This is probably the most common and most frustrating gift wrapping that I've seen. Most people are very frustrated when they try to wrap a box because they can never figure out the best way to cut the paper so that it fits, and so everyone gets frustrated. So I'm going to show you guys an easy way to do this. The first tool that you're going to need to do this will be your gift, of course. You're going to need scissors, a tape measure, and tape. That's all you're going to need to wrap that, well, and your paper. Now, I've already pre-cut our paper for this size box today, but I'm going to tell you exactly how you can wrap the same size box or any other box. You're going to use your tape measure. The first thing that I always do is I want to make sure that I have enough to cover the ends, because that's always where people will either have too much or too less. Right? Am I right? Okay. So what you want to do is you want to use your tape measure, and you want to start at the very bottom of one side. Okay, put your 0 mark right there, and you want to go all the way across the other side. Now, you don't want to go all the way to the end, because if you go all the way to the end, you're going to have excess. But you at least want to go to the center of the box, and I usually add 1 inch. So this one is about 15 inches is how much I want to use. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go all the way around. And this one you do want a little bit of excess, but you can go ahead and you can wrap it all the way around, and then I usually give it about 2 inches. This one's going to run right about 20 inches around. Okay? Now I've already, like I said, I've already cut my paper, and you can see it's not perfect. It is jagged, and that's okay. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to lay your box down. And what I generally do is I generally wrap it all the way around to cover the entire surface first, and then do my ends last. And all I do is I bring it around, and I usually use the bottom. Now, to get rid of your little jagged area, you're going to go ahead and you're going to, let me see if I can turn so you can see this. I'm just going to take a small portion of this and fold it over so it gives me a nice, neat edge. Pull this over. And see how nice and neat that looks? And a nice, pretty edge. I'm going to take a couple of pieces of tape and just tape it securely. And then the next thing you're going to do is your ends. Now what I like to do is I like to make sure that my ends are covered nice and neatly. I push down and I go from one side to the other. And then to give it a nice finish, I will turn the bottom end here and then wrap it up, and you get a nice end finish. take one little small piece of tape and put it right there, and that actually covers everything. Then you flip it over, you're going to do the exact same process over here. Push down. Make sure that's nice and neat. You can make a crease if you want. Crease it in. Crease it in. Give it a little turn. Flip it up. And one piece of tape. And you're done. Nice and easy. You can also take a bow. One little piece of tape. Put your little bow on there. And you're good to go. And that's 2 ways. The last one is our third way, and it takes a little bit of time to do, but I want to show you a finished product first. This is called shrink wrap, and it's when you want something that looks like a basket to look very professionally made, or something that looks like you got it from a store that's already wrapped. So I'm going to show you guys how to use shrink wrap. Okay, for the last thing, I'm going to clear off the table a little bit because there is a lot of room that's needed. And you're going to need a few additional tools to do this. But they're household item tools or things you can buy at the local store. I'm going to show you guys how to wrap something with shrink wrap. The additional tool that I'm adding is going to be a regular hairdryer and shred that you can buy at any store, usually Walmart, Target, or you can buy it at Hobby Lobby. And you can get it in various colors, shapes, sizes, and it's really good to fill in your basket. I've already put together a little gift basket here with some little items in it, just some toiletry items and some perfume. And I'm going to show you guys how you can wrap this and get a nice professional look with shrink wrap. Now I still have my same tools that I used before, but using shrink wrap you just need a little bit more room because you're dealing with such a large thing. Okay. The first step is to line up your paper on your basket. And I generally start with putting my basket on top of the paper so that I can bring it up in the back about halfway. The next step is to bring your paper, unroll it all the way over to the back. Using your scissors, you're just going to run it right across the end and cut your paper. Now because this is such a large roll of paper, we're going to actually move this down because this is going to be way too much and you're going to have kind of a mess. So I want to move it down to where I have enough room to still cover everything, but not all this extra. So I'm going to kind of visually look at it and say, okay, I have about that much over there. I'm just going to cut this off. And this doesn't have to be straight because it's going to shrink down and fit to your basket anyway. So this area that is all the way down, and you're just going to kind of tuck it all under. And make it tight. And tight. While you're holding it, you're going to use your hair dryer on a high setting. Start at the base. Okay, due to technical difficulties, we had issues with our hair dryer, so now we've moved to a heating or embossing tool. We're going to use the same thing. We're going to go around the edges and start underneath. Takes several minutes to do, but as you can see, things are starting to shrink down, and it takes kind of a little bit of patience. But as you can see, it's starting to shrink down, and if I had time to go through all that, you would end up with a final product that looked like this. Do you guys have any questions? No? All right, well, thanks for coming today. Hope you guys have a great afternoon.